back to The Bright Side. Macy here, The Bright Side Girl, and today we're going to be doing my Hikeathon announcement video. The readathon will be running Monday, April 18th through Sunday, May 1st. So a good solid 2 weeks. So Hikeathon is the combination of reading and also like health and fitness. So basically, I talk about this every year. This is, I believe, the fourth year or the fourth time doing Hikeathon. And basically, reading can be somewhat of a lazy activity, especially for only doing physical reading. I always like to keep active and kind of keep moving and focus on health and all that stuff. I'm doing it even more so in 2022 and trying to like be my best self. But I use Hikeathon as a way to kind of do that. So there are a couple ways to do the readathon. One is to listen to audiobooks because you can be physically active while you do them. You can clean, you can cook, you can garden, you can walk, you can exercise, all of that stuff while you're still reading. So that's a great thing to do for the readathon. And also you can do some of the challenges, which I'll talk about in a second, which combine doing something physical after you read a few chapters and things like that. So I kind of theme my reading around like nature, outdoorsiness, spring and summertime type style reads, survival reads. So that's kind of what I gear the challenges towards. Just like with any readathon, you do not have to do the reading challenges. They're just for fun. You don't have to do the physical challenges. Also just for fun. Yeah, that's basically what the readathon is. So I'm gonna dive into the challenges and then we'll talk about some other things after that. Okay, first we're gonna talk about the physical challenges. So I have 4 reading challenges and 4 physical challenges. We're gonna talk about the physical challenges first. One is to read a book outside. Now, you can kind of do this any way you want to do this. You can pick one book and you can read the entirety of it outside in little spurts. You can pick times of the day when you're going to read outside, whatever you wanna do. You can read outside once and count it. I'm probably gonna try and mix up the locations that I'm reading just to kind of refresh our brains and get ready for spring. If your weather does not oblige to this, then you can just delete this challenge, but I thought that would be a good one for springtime. Challenge number 2 is to read a book while walking, hiking, or doing something physical. So obviously you're going to want to do an audiobook for this one, unless I know some people that will like do the treadmill and things with like a physical book or an ebook. You can do that if you want to. I'm not very good at doing something physical while I'm reading, so I'll be doing an audiobook while going for walks and things. Again, you can do this once, you can do this every day, you can kind of customize it to however you want it to work for you. Challenge number 3 can also be customized, and it is to do some kind of exercise after you complete a book. Or if you don't read a lot like I do, like I'll probably read around 10 books during the readathon, you can do it after every chapter or every other chapter or whatever you want to do, kind of set your own goal based on your lifestyle and how quickly you read. So that could be like for every 5 chapters, do 5 push-ups, or it could be every time you complete a book, do a 30-minute workout. It could be as easy or as hard as you want to make it, kind of customize it like everything else. And then challenge number 4 is to have a picnic. I just thought this would be fun for springtime. It can be a healthy picnic, it doesn't have to. And it could be an indoor picnic if your weather is not obliging. Those can always be really fun. This is also part of the Instagram challenges, which I'll talk about in a second. So that's just something else to kind of get us geared up for springtime as well. And then there are 5 reading challenges. Challenge number 1 is to read a book set in or about nature. It can be fiction, it can be nonfiction. I will hopefully have a recommendations video for you soon. You can watch last year's recommendations video that has a bunch for these challenges. I added a couple new ones, so they won't be in there, but I'll link it up here in the cards for you guys. Challenge number 2 is to read a survival book. So again, this could be a fantasy, a dystopian, a space book, whatever you want to do. You could be stuck on an island. They could be trying to survive in the winter. Again, I'll have recommendations for this as well. I think I have some in that other video. I like these styles of reads. They're like usually a little bit fast paced and they're good for readathon. Challenge number 3 is a new challenge, and that is to read a book with elemental magic or powers. This is something I'm really into, but I don't read a lot of. So we're thinking like Truth Witch, or like I think Red Queen had some things like that. I'll have more recommendations closer to when the readathon is coming out. So that'll give us like a nice little fantasy read as well if you want. Challenge number 4 is to do a spring read. This can be whatever you want. This could be like a springtime romance. Again, you could combine this with the nature challenge. It could be something set in the spring. It could just be something where the cover gives you spring vibes, however you want to do it. And challenge number 5 is to read a book with flowers on the cover. Again, you can combine this with different things if you need to. It could be any type of book that you want, a thriller, a drama, a romance, a fantasy, anything with a flower or flower petals on the cover will work. So you can combine any of these reading challenges, if you can find like a survival read that's set in the springtime with elemental magic and has flowers on the cover, then you're like all set and you only have to read one book if you want to. I'm really excited for this readathon. I know a bunch of you are as well. I just think of them as big reading parties. So a few other things, be sure you're following me on Instagram at The Bright Side Girl. That's where during the readathon a lot is going to be happening. I'll be posting recommendations videos and my TBR and all that stuff as the readathon comes closer to the start date, but during the readathon, I'll be sharing what I'm reading. I'll have graphics for things and all that stuff we'll talk about in a second. I'm going to be doing some camping and some hikeathon activities. I'll be sharing like where I'm going hiking and all that stuff. Be sure and use the hashtag HikeathonReads. This is something I do for all the readathons. You can type this in or you can click on the hashtag in people's posts. Then you can see what everyone is posting. I have Instagram photo challenges like I will for all the readathons. I'll put them right here for you guys. So it'll be week 1 of challenges, really fun different things. This one's a little bit easier to do than it was for Galaxyathon. And then we'll have week 2 as well. You don't have to do the photo challenges, but you can if you want to. You can do them any way that you want. Just be sure and use that hashtag HikeathonReads so that we can all see them. Make sure if you're doing the photo challenges that you post them to your actual Instagram feed and not just your stories. Again, if you want to share them to your stories afterwards, that's great. I love using Instagram stories. I'll be doing that a lot during all the readathons. But if you don't post them on your actual Instagram feed, then the hashtag will only work for 24 hours and we won't get to see your lovely photos and connect with each other quite as easily. And also when you post in your stories, only the people following you see that. So you won't get any more followers if that's your goal, or friends. I will have graphics just like I did for Galaxyathon. Again, you don't have to use these. These are mostly for your stories. You can use them if you want to. So I will have Hikeathon Reads. So this is to use after you finish a book. You can put this in your story and then add the picture of the book you finished and kind of fill it in. If you read more than 6, you can just start over with a new picture, put those on there. I will have currently reading, currently listening to, and finished that will give you a star rating and a review section. Again, you don't have to use these. These are just fun, extra nerdy stuff that I like to do. I think it's always interesting to see what people are reading while they're reading them. If you don't want to be that involved, that's totally fine as well. I will have a link for the Google Drive document where you can download all of these, or you can just screenshot them either on my Instagram. I'll be posting them today when this video goes up on my stories, or you can check them out on my highlights reel for Hikeathon on Instagram as well, or you can download them in the download section. There's also an invitation that you can send your reading buddies if they want to join you for Hikeathon. I'll put up here again, and they'll be in that download section and in my stories and all of that jazz. I will be vlogging for the 2 weeks of Hikeathon. I'm going to be camping. It's going to be my birthday during the readathon, and we're going camping in the mountains for like the longest camping trip I've done. I'm very excited. I'm very nervous. Should be able to get a lot of reading done as well, so I'm really excited about that. And then I'll have some other Hikeathon themed activities as well. And then the last thing is, since we're a month out from the readathon, now is the time when you want to go request your audiobooks, ebooks, and physical books from your library. So sometimes things have holds on them if they're more popular, or they have longer waits. So make sure to go into your Overdrive or your library catalog and put requests in if there's things that you want to read based on the reading challenges. Sometimes they can take a while to get to you. If the hold isn't super long, you can suspend your hold, so you can put it off so that they won't come in until the readathon. If you need help with this, just send me a message on Instagram, because I like helping people. Suspending your holds until when you need them is like so awesome. And I think that's it for Hikeathon. Let me know if you're participating, if you're vlogging, if you're gonna do Instagram, if you're gonna just read and hang out. If you wanna just read and do the challenges and watch everybody else do all the stuff on Instagram, that is totally fine as well. Just, you can comment and participate and have a great time. Make some friends, do some physical activity. You don't have to do anything intense if you don't want to. And get some good reading done, of course. So I hope you join us for this fun reading party. I will also link my video for all the readathons I'm hosting for the year up here in the cards. There will be 4, including Hikeathon, left in the year. So lots of reading parties to come your way soon. And I will see you guys next time on The Bright Side. Bye!